Yeah, so you guys probably noticed in the last video, if you guys know about the 5.4 engines, you know that one of the biggest issues that they have is the cylinder. The spark plug the threads will get messed up. It'll basically it'll blow out the spark plug, threads get messed up, so then you have to retap it. And this truck, I actually retapped the threads on it, and it ended up just getting messed up. And you can hear it throughout the videos. It's just running on 7 cylinders. One cylinder is just not doing too well. And the truck had power loss when you're on the highway, trying to get up to speed, and then just say you wanted to pass somebody. Is just an operation. The motor wasn't strong. So the last job that we were on, we ended up getting to the point of where the job was done. We had asphalt. You see that in the video, the asphalt that we dumped off, and right after that is when the motor blew. So I think what was going on, it started taking all the antifreeze, and you had to fill the thing up every morning. And I noticed when you're trying to start it, it's just acting funny. It almost get like a hydro lock. So that tells me that most likely there was fluid being pushed into the cylinder, through the cylinder head, or it could even, I'm assuming the cylinder head, because I did a compression test on it a while back too, and that cylinder just had no compression. I forget what numbers you're supposed to run, but if I had to guess, I think it was like 60 psi, if that's even right. I don't know, but all I know is it wasn't what it was supposed to be. So the motor blew on the truck, and the thing about it is this truck's in really good shape. I know it's older, but it's in really good shape. I already blew the transmission on it, and it was rebuilt with a diesel transmission. It has all the special parts inside that gives it the strength of a diesel engine, or a diesel truck. So the trans is good on it, and it's what do? You spend close to $100,000 for a truck, which to me that just doesn't make sense, especially when this truck's in such great shape. So since everything else is in good shape, I did a lot of research on it, and what I decided to do is we're going to switch the motor out on it. So we're right now we're doing maintenance and all that stuff this week, and just getting everything organized. We're just waiting on the motor. We're gonna, in the video you'll see, I think the flywheel lost a tooth, from being hydro locked. So you could just hear the starter. What happened is the starter would just spin. You just hear it whine. So what I'm gonna do is, that tells me that the tooth got sheared off, and there's a blank spot. Honestly, I'm hoping that the flywheel's good, because I just changed it not too long ago. It's a good flywheel, but I'm assuming it's probably broke. But I'm hoping, I don't know if this happens or not, but I'm hoping that the starter is sheared off. So I could just get a new starter for it and keep the same flywheel. So, but yeah, we're gonna pull this motor out. We're gonna start it. We're gonna start doing it today. Today is what's today? Today's Tuesday, and so we're gonna start pulling it out. We have some rain next couple days, so we'll start pulling it out probably today, and then Monday is when the new motor comes. I'm hoping it comes early morning, just so we could start getting the parts that we need to swapped on it and put the motor back in. I got a new intake for it, so because that's the one thing too with these trucks, is you switch the motor, you use the same intake, and supposedly that intake gets brittle, and what will happen is fluid will transfer over to the wrong side, and it'll appear as if you have a blown head gasket again, and meanwhile it's just the intake. So we'll just put a brand new intake on there. I have it already. We're going to put new exhaust manifolds. That's the other one you're supposed to, from what I heard, you're supposed to switch. And the reason why is because these trucks, they're known to break studs for the exhaust manifolds. So you know, I ended up just getting new ones, you know, a better quality brand. You know, I'm not up to date on what brand's what, but I think these are a better brand that I have. Norman, I think it is, or Dorham, I don't know. Probably completely wrong, but one of those names. You know, so I'm gonna put on the new intake manifolds as well. And so when I start this truck up, it's not gonna sound like a steam engine making that aggravating noise that throws off all your sensors and your computer. It's gonna start up and it's gonna run hopefully nice and perfect. And when you're on the highway, you could hit the gas and you could pass somebody easily with a load on you if you need to. So, you know, and then so this truck's gonna have a new motor. The trans is fresh. You know, it's about a year old. The truck's in good shape. I think we're all set up for it. I got all my tools organized, ready to go. Today I'm waiting for my little socket set holder I ordered off Amazon, so it keeps everything in order. And you know, you could just easily grab the sockets that you need and work on the truck. So that should be coming today, and that should save like 3 hours total, so you're not digging through a drawer full of sockets like I usually do and grabbing, you know, like you're looking for like a certain size, you pick the same one up 10 times. You know, you can't find the one you need. But now I have everything all ready to go and drop it right onto that holder, so that should be here anytime. So, you know, looking forward to that as well. So like I said, I'll keep you guys updated, and you know, we'll be back to doing some concrete soon.
Pictures too?
Yeah. All right. So we have this truck torn apart. We're almost ready to take the motor out. Tom, he's over here fighting the 10 radiator hoses that are on the bottom for some reason, and he can't get it. He did get everything else, but he can't get this. Hopefully he doesn't break it either. So he'll be here. He'll be over here for a while. But yeah, so we got everything all set over here. The intake's ready to come out. So when you take the intake out, you just take everything out as one unit. You know, the injectors and all that stuff, even your coils. You know, nice and easy. So we're gonna start bolting that stuff and getting it ready. Alright, so we have the motor almost ready to come out. You know, we took all this front end stuff off. There was like a bunch of wires and everything. We took the intake off. This motor is actually pretty nasty. You know, it was well taken care of, but because of what was going on with it, you know, it was just having those different issues or whatever. But yeah, we got the intake off. You know, we got all the pieces off. We have to take the oil filter off, and also the motor mounts, we gotta take those bolts off. But first we gotta jack this truck up. We gotta get it about a foot or two off the ground, or a foot or two higher, I should say. You know, just so we could work on this stuff. And also when you pick the motor up, you know, the cherry picker supposedly it hits right here and gives you problems. So, you know, bring it up just so you get that right angle on it, and you could pick up on it. We have some lifting hardware that we're gonna bolt onto the motor too. You do a 4-point mounting thing, so 2 in the front, 2 in the back, put a chain, and you know, then from there you can pick it up. I have to disconnect the bell housing from the flywheel, so that's the next step, and also the motor mounts and oil filter, and then whatever else there is, which I don't really think there's anything, maybe some ground wires or something, you know, we'll see. But for the most part, we got everything. So, you know, we'll get that situated and get this thing out of here. It's almost ready.